I'm Jason.
And I'm Joe.
We're the Business Travel Guys. We're bringing you the best and the latest on all things business travel. This week we're going to talk about our favorite apps for the iPhone and the iPad. We're both iPhone carriers. I'm an iPad carrier, and Joe soon will be an iPad carrier.
I will be. I want one. I just haven't coughed up the money yet. As my friend would say, I need to put a crowbar in my wallet.
And there you go. So, Joe, what are your favorite apps these days on your iPhone for travel in general?
For travel specific, I like two. I think I like the TripIt. I use that service. So I email my itinerary, so I have that information on my phone, pretty quick and pretty convenient. And then the other thing, I don't use it a lot, but I feel comfortable having it. It's the AAA app where I can see if I get discounts anywhere I go because I'm cheap and I like to get discounts, and that helps me know what in the neighborhood, what kind of restaurants are offering AAA discounts.
Do they have like the monocle thing where you can like hold it up to businesses and see where you get discounts?
I just hold it up in general, and because it's an iPhone 4, people tend to like give me discounts.
Great. Okay, so interesting you mentioned the TripIt thing. I don't actually have the TripIt app, but I've got a great app, my favorite travel app. It's on my front page. It's called FlightTrack. In fact, I think it's probably the #1 travel app out there. I have bought the Pro version because it gives you additional features, which I value. I think it was like, I don't know, $2-3.
Right.
But here's the cool thing about the TripIt integration. So I go in there, when I book travel, I get one of those confirmation mails.
Yeah.
What you do, I forward that to plans@tripit.com, and then because I've got integration with FlightTrack, it pulls those in there. It's constantly pulling in the latest itineraries, and it shows you in order by day all your flights, and then you can actually click on that flight for the day. You can see what gate it's departing from, what's the typical late times, on time. It's really cool.
So that's a lot more than what TripIt gives you then, because I mean TripIt I could see my itinerary,
right?
But it's not the interactive piece that you get.
Right. You can actually then see for that flight. You can see where, like, if it's a flight you're waiting for to that's coming from originating from another city. You can see where it is, like on the map with the weather and everything. It's crazy.
But do you have to pay extra for TripIt or the Flight Tracker? Which one are you paying extra for?
FlightTrack, the actual app.
FlightTrack, okay, the app. All right.
Yeah, I don't pay for TripIt.
You're just using the basic, because TripIt has an extra. There's an additional service you could buy from them.
Right. I would recommend, and I've read up on this. I would recommend the combo I just talked about. People have liked that.
Not arguing.
Interesting thing about TripIt though, when people integrate TripIt, I'm on the fence with the whole Facebook Connect interaction thing. Integration thing, because
is that hard to we switching topics?
Well, really quickly on the TripIt topic, I have friends that connect TripIt with Facebook, and so I get these things up in the newsfeed that says so and so is returning from a trip from Baltimore, or so and so is getting ready to fly to Austin, or whatever, and I'm like, number one, it comes a day before they are traveling.
Right.
So,
yeah, they're going to. Yeah.
So it's an odd thing. So I'll get like a thing on their news feed saying so and so is going to getting ready to leave on a trip to Baltimore on a Sunday, and I'm like, oh man, I pinged the person. Oh man, this thinks you got to fly out on a Sunday. And they're like, no, it's actually tomorrow. So it's strange that whole integration thing.
I mean to go to TripIt and see like your coworkers that are traveling, who's going to the same place I am or whatever, that's fine to go there and see it, but to get it thrown into some of your other social media outlets, and particularly with that poor timing, I don't know that there's advantages.
Yeah, it's weird. In terms of just if I need to, I have corporate travel agents, so I handle that there. But if I just quickly need to check on, let's say I'm stranded in a city, I just want to check on other flights, or if I'm doing any kind of personal vacation planning, I do love Kayak, the Kayak application. It's super fast, super quick. It has those are the same things. It has... does it have the app on the phone? Yeah, they are the same thing. Is the app on your phone or your iPad? Yes, there's an app for both the iPhone and the iPad, and on the iPad, of course, it's a much bigger display, so when you're comparing room rates, you can see a lot better on the map and all this kind of stuff.
And I'm assuming the Kayak app is free.
It's always free. One new app that I just downloaded, because I'm flying American quite a bit more, is the American Airlines, which could be another topic because there's a pending strike at American from flight attendants that I've read about on the Twitter feeds. But anyway, the American Airlines app for the iPhone is pretty slick. You can actually do everything that you can normally do, but you can also check into your flight there. You can, show it when you're...
Is it also your boarding pass, I assume?
It's your boarding pass and the whole
cool.
bit. Which leads me to a patent that was recently filed by Apple to basically own the mobile travel business. And what they want to do is have their platform drive everything in the travel area. So, what you do, you're going to book all your travel there. You're going to actually pick your seat. You're going to be able to control things on the airplane from your iPhone.
Okay, I have heard about some of this.
Yeah, so you can actually, the air vent up above, you turn your light on, you know that. You get to your hotel, you can actually see the rooms. You can actually choose your room. You walk up to your room with your iPhone and unlock the door. They want to completely own the person being connected to all their travel places physically and kind of
Great concept.
Great concept. This is just another example of where it is a great concept, Jeff.
That's what I said. It's a great concept.
It's another example of where Apple is going into an area like they did with music that people would have said, years ago, Apple has nothing to do with music, but somehow they're the top, music distributor.
They made it easy.
So they made it easy and they made it fun, right? So like going out and browsing music on iTunes is actually a fun experience, and then you go buy it. So anyway,
it's not fun, but it's convenient.
They're gonna do the same thing, I'm convinced, in the travel business.
When? Give me a time frame.
You know how patents, they do all these proactive patents just to kind of get their ideas cemented. It's theirs.
The swipe to unlock, that's their patent.
Yeah, so anyway, which reminds me of a story I read today. Facebook completely, I go back to Facebook, but it's still somewhat related. Facebook wants to patent or copyright, I think they want to copyright the word book. So they don't want other people having like dream book, dog book, sites with blankbook.com. They want to own the, fill in the blank book.com. Which at first I'm like, that's ridiculous, but then the more I thought about it, I'm like, anytime someone uses a blank book, you kind of immediately think of the sort of functionality that Facebook provides, and it's almost like a, what's the term for like Xerox and.
All right, fine, but McDonald's had some of the similar things, the Mick on the front end.
Okay.
They sued some restaurants that were Mick something. And the guy's like, look, that's my name.
Yeah.
But I could sort of see the something book, but at the same time, it just seems awful broad.
Right. So that really has a lot to do with business travel. So
right. So we'll travel on Facebook. But you can see Business Travel Guys on Facebook on our fan page.
That's right. Go check us out. Type in Business Travel Guys on the search, and you'll find us. Become a fan. Get all the latest news, updates, and our podcast.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
The whole bit. So anyway, I'm Jason.
And I'm still Joe.
And we're the Business Travel Guys.